In 210 AD, after Liu Bei returned to Gong'an, Zhou Yu came from Jiangling to Jinkou to meet Sun Quan. Zhou Yu expressed his willingness to advance westward with Sun Yu, and after obtaining Yizhou, he would then go northward to annex Zhonglu in Hanzhong, and then leave Sun Yu on defense in order to unite with Ma Chao in Liangzhou. Zhou Yu would then come back and attack Xiangyang together with Sun Quan, attacking from both directions to conquer the central plains in one strike. Sun Quan finally agreed to Zhou Yu's plan, so Zhou Yu prepared the luggage and immediately set out to return to Jiangling along the waterway, but unexpectedly fell ill while passing by Ba Qiu. On his deathbed, Zhou Yu wrote his last letter to Sun Quan. On our border to the east of Yangtze River, with Cao Cao watching intently from the north, and Liu Bei moving aggressively from the west, only a good general can subdue it. Lu Su has far-reaching wisdom and superior talent, and is capable of taking on a great role, so please let Lu Su take over for me. Then I will have no regrets. After writing this, Zhou Yu died at the age of 36. Sun Quan was so saddened by the news that he personally went to Wu Hu in plain clothes to meet Zhou Yu's coffin and bore all the expenses of organizing his funeral, expressing his heartfelt respect for this scholar of the nation. At late Han Dynasty, there are a lot of famous scholars from big families, but most of them were civil officials, while military generals generally did not have a high degree of origin, and the commander who could lead thousands of soldiers to conquer the enemy was even more rare. Zhou Yu was a native of Lujiang in Yangzhou, born into a family of bureaucrats and landlords. Zhou Yu's great-great-grandfather Zhou Rong was the governor of Shanyang. His great-grandfather Zhou Xin was once an official in Department of Imperial Affairs. His grandfather's brother Zhou Jing was one of the 3 counselors, serving as director of the Imperial Secretariat, Chancellor of Constructions and Chancellor of Wars, and he was made Marquis of Anyang Township for his role in the establishment of Emperor Ling. His father's cousin Zhou Chong was the governor of Gunling, and his father's another cousin Zhou Zhong was once again a member of the 3 counselors, serving as Minister of Finance and Chancellor of Wars. And his uncle Zhou Shang served as the governor of Dunyang, while Zhou Yi, his father, also served as the magistrate of Luoyang. Zhou Yu's father, Zhou Yi, was Cao Cao's supervisor, who was only 20 years old at that time, and served as the commandant of northern Luoyang. The Zhou family in Lujiang has many capable people, not to mention in Yangzhou belongs to the top of the famous family, even if we look at the whole country, is also very prominent family. Originally relying on his own talent and family background, Zhou Yu can have a bright career, but he chose a rebellious journey of bloody. Wu Jing was Sun Jian's brother-in-law, and the uncle of Sun Che and Sun Quan, while Sun Ben was Sun Jian's nephew, and Sun Che's cousin. Therefore, after Yuan Shu occupied Shouchun, he appointed Wu Jing as the governor of Dunyang, and Sun Ben as the commandant of Dunyang. After Liu Yao, who was from the royal family, took over the post of provincial governor of Yangzhou, he could dislike the Sun family, which was very close to Yuan Shu, so he drove Wu Jing and Sun Ben back to the north of the Yangtze River. Zhou Shang, who had a similar background to Liu Yao, and was a representative of a powerful scholar family, became the governor of Dunyang. Zhou Shang was Zhou Yu's uncle. When Sun Che was ordered by Yuan Shu to conquer the east of Yangtze River, Zhou Yu happened to come from his hometown Shu County to visit his uncle in Dunyang. At this time, Sun Che only had a few thousand soldiers under his command, and insufficient food and provisions, so he wrote a letter to Zhou Yu, his teenage friend, with trepidation. After receiving the letter, Zhou Yu did not hesitate, and immediately borrowed an elite troop from his uncle, with enough provisions, and traveled day and night to Sun Che's side. The two of them joined forces, and finally captured Chu'er and drove Liu Yao away. Zhou Yu's uncle, Zhou Shang, lost his official position, and Zhou Yu followed Sun Che without hesitation, laying the foundation of the Sun family in Jiangdong. When Sun Che was living in exile in Lujiang, Zhou Yu gave up his family's mansion for Sun Che's family to live in, and later, after the pacification of Jiangdong, Sun Che's reward for Zhou Yu was incomparable. Zhou Yu and Sun Che, they would rather betray their families, but they cannot bear to lose each other. It is a friendship that cannot be faltered no matter poor or rich. It was a brotherhood that took care of each other. In terms of character, ability, background, and even appearance, Zhou Yu was the best in Jiangdong, but he never harbored any ambitions. After Sun Quan succeeded to the throne, how many people secretly disobeyed him, but Zhou Yu went all out to help Sun Quan to stabilize his position. Afterward, Zhou Yu destroyed Wang Zhu in Jiangxia, defeated Cao Cao at Red Cliff, and repelled Cao Ren at Jiangling. In his dying days, his mind was still on the defense of the border. Zhou Yu was the beautiful jade of Jiangdong, the most generous gift from God to the Sun family, and the priceless treasure that enabled Sun Quan to dominate the southeast and then have a chance to conquer the world. In his early years, Cao Cao had sent Jiang Gun to lobby Zhou Yu, and then wrote to Sun Quan after the defeat at Red Cliff, saying that the warships had been set on fire by himself, and that Zhou Yu was only gaining fame in vain. Liu Bei also unkindly warned Sun Quan to beware of Zhou Yu. Their dissociation precisely reflected the inner scruples against Zhou Yu. Zhou Yu's untimely death had a profound effect on Cao, Sun and Liu. In accordance with Zhou Yu's last wish, Lu Su was appointed by Sun Quan as the commander, taking over Zhou Yu's 4,000 men, stationed at Jiangling, and fully responsible for the military affairs in Jingzhou. Zhou Yu's duties as governor of Nanjun were taken over part-time by Cheng Pu, the governor of Jiangxia. The one who benefited the most from Zhou Yu's death was undoubtedly Liu Bei. Sun Quan soon ordered Lu Su to move his troops to Lukou, officially handing over the northern bank of Yangtze River in Nanjun, so Liu Bei took this chance to break the predicament of having nowhere to expand. If Zhou Yu had not passed away too early, but really led his troops into Yizhou, I am afraid that the war between Sun and Liu would have come earlier. Because once Yizhou was captured, Sun Quan would completely encompass Liu Bei, which Liu Bei could never accept. In fact, Zhou Yu's aggressive advance into Yizhou may not be an attempt to deliberately provoke Liu Bei, and I believe he will be prepared to deal with it in advance. No matter what the outcome of the war between Sun and Liu, the biggest beneficiary will definitely be Cao Cao. It's no wonder that Cao Cao even dropped his writing pen on the ground when he heard that Sun Quan had lent his territory to Liu Bei. Zhou Yu's value to Sun Quan was the confidence that he could compete with Cao Cao for the world on the strength of Jiangdong alone. Lu Su, who succeeded him, while still keeping an eye on the overall situation in terms of strategic goals, believed that this could only be achieved by uniting with a third side. It must be said that Lu Su was not inferior to Zhou Yu in terms of strategic vision. Zhou Yu and Lu Su, including Sun Che before them, were the three men who held up the Jiangdong regime. In their eyes, the only ultimate goal is to go north to the Central Plains and conquer the world, otherwise what is the meaning of being a warlord? But when Lu Su died 7 years later, Sun Quan, who once had great ambitions, was gone. His ideal was no longer to unify the world, but to keep this part of Jiangdong as the highest principle. Driven by this belief, it is not difficult to understand these dirty behaviors of backstabbing, sneak-attacking allies, groveling, and surrendering to Cao Wei. Along with Sun Che, Zhou Yu, and Lu Su, three of Jiangdong's most talented men, passed away. A young general named Sun Quan. In his place came an era of lost suspense, and a landed rich man who was stuck in the south of the Yangtze River, but at the same time was incredibly fulfilled and happy at heart.